One is just a sweep, the other one is an armbar, if you have the chance to get it, depending on how your opponent has the grip. So the biggest thing for me with this case is that whether I have a cross grip or I have same side grip, I can still do basically the same position, right? Danny, you guys are messing with my class right now. You guys can move away now.
Speaking for Portuguese, you can't actually hear anything else.
Yeah.
It blocks English.
I need a, all right. Okay, so I'm going to start with closed guard, all right? A lot of times, especially the world today, people are not, like, when you start your bowling, a lot of times you start with an open guard. Either both of you with the knees, or, you know, just kind of one sitting down, the other kind of passing, all right? But you have to remember that there are a lot of options and a lot of different situations that you can go through. So I try to advise all my students to start in a closed guard, because when you're competing, you're not opening and playing nice, you're just tight and going a little harder. So I like for them to start with a closed guard, all right? So we're gonna go. And you start with your knees. So the reason I say it's easy is simply because I can get, like, he's gonna open my guard standing up, okay? And I'm gonna go with a cross grip, all right? So he's gonna grab my lapels, he's gonna catch my arm, and he's gonna stand up, okay? So I keep the cross grip, but I don't open my guard. My guard is gonna be locked. And then I go with one of the most basic position that we have in Jiu-Jitsu, is just the simple sweep right here, okay? So that's when it started to complicate, okay? So we're gonna make sure that we rolled our sleeve, we roll our opponent's sleeve like you make a pocket, so you really gain this arm, and you're really strong on your position, okay? As I move underneath, a lot of people, they just bump here and they push your opponent backwards. The problem with that is that he has this leg. So if I push you back, you're gonna step back. And then he's not falling, okay? So I go here and I keep trying, and he's not going anywhere. Just stay on the same position, okay? So this is when it gets a little complicated, because my weight needs to start moving towards his knee. You see that, like, his whole body is turning towards that side? That's when the technique actually does the job to take your opponent down. So you're gonna bump here, and then you see my hip going towards his knee. I'm gonna go that way, pulling the arm, he's gonna drop. Don't let go of the leg, all right, until you're really up here, okay? Even here, it looks like I'm going up. He bumps on my chest with his hand, he comes back on top. So be sure to have this leg so he can't come back up, all right? Leave your foot on his back, there's no problem with it, okay? Then I'm gonna go, because he's over my foot. And I can start moving and then release my foot so that it's not going to be an issue. Even though it looked like trap in the beginning, it's going to release in some point, okay? So that's the problem. Like, when you show the technique, then you can't put so many details in it. It gets easy because you simply hold the arm and punch the leg. But you do that one time, you do that 2 times, he's going to step back and he's going to start defending your technique. Okay, so you have to remember that first you have to have a very strong control of his cross arm. Okay, so make that little, I don't know if all of you can see, but make a little pocket, because if it's like this, your thumb can't get in. But if it's like this, it's like your thumb is outside, so you're good to go. And it creates that strong gap right here, okay? As you go up, then you're already catching there, and you go right here, okay? I make this position 2 ways. One is moving my leg that way and hit really hard. Or, like I said, you start moving your hip, see that his knee is going that way, okay? Then you move your hip, and then you punch that leg at the same time. Pull his arm at the same time. Then you go on top, okay? And you get here, that's the end of the technique. We start with that just to warm up, and then I'll move on to that. All right, guys? Any questions? I don't play.